Peyton begins by calibrating the pH meter to receive accurate data. The two-step method calibrates the electrode via two different buffer solutions. Peyton will calibrate the first buffer solution, which is always 7. She places the electrode in the buffer, then gently stirs. She clicks Calibrate Now, then 7, which is the pH of the buffer, and Keep, which locks in the pH of buffer 1. Now Peyton rinses the electrode with distilled water and dries it off by blotting, making sure not to dry the electrode out. Now Corey will calibrate the pH of the second buffer. The second buffer is chosen based on the solutions being measured. Today Corey will use a buffer with a pH of 4 because we will use acidic solutions. He repeats the same steps as Peyton and then rinses the electrode with distilled water. To make sure the calibration was done accurately, Corey places the electrode back into the buffer with pH of 7. The device reads 7, and now the meter is ready to use. Now Corey rinses with distilled water, blots it dry, and now places it back into the storage container while not in use. Haley will now measure the pH of orange juice, but first she rinses the electrode with distilled water and blots it dry to clean it. She now places the electrode into the orange juice and gently stirs, making sure not to bump any hard surfaces. She now waits for the meter to stabilize, indicating the correct pH. The pH of orange juice is 3.7 and is now recorded into her lab manual. Peyton will measure the pH of apple juice. She repeats the same steps as Haley and receives the pH of apple juice as 3.67. She now records the data into her lab manual and rinses with distilled water. Now the other Peyton will measure the pH of HCl. She receives the measure of 0.92 and now rinses with distilled water to clean the electrode. And dries it off with a paper towel. Corey will now measure the pH of acetic acid. He places the electrode in the solution and measures a pH of 2.71. He will now clean the electrode with distilled water blot it dry with a paper towel, and then place it in the storage container until further use.